Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mezco 112 Collective Robert Pattinson, the Batman. This has been a long time coming. McFarlane got the Batman figures out around the time of the movie. Mafex took another year, and Mezco took yet another year, but it is finally in hand, and from what I've seen online, it looks great. So let's take a look at the packaging. I ordered this guy from the Mezco website, and it finally arrived today. It's got that red and black sort of color scheme that the Batman is known for. The Batman, DC 112 Collective, Robert Pattinson on the front. One side of the package, the Batman. Other side, pretty much the same thing. At the back, here are a ton of accessories, a ton of different display options, a ton of stuff you get here, and it all looks great. At the bottom, there is the barcode, in case that helps anybody. So no further ado, let's open it up. And as always, I did get two of these figures, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out, and he comes with a ton of really cool stuff. Of course, we have the Mezco display stand, little baggie for all your accessories, 11 alternate hands, totaling 13 interchangeable hands, 4 heads. We have his sticky bomb launcher, 3 smoke pellets, looks like 5 different versions of the wrist grapnel launcher with 2 little silver things, which is grapple, not removed, and then a larger grapple with rope. Looks like 4 batarangs, a cowl, 2 flares, 2 adrenaline pens, a pair of handcuffs, and then his bat gliding outfit. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Batman, played by Robert Pattinson in the recent film, The Batman. Allegedly, they're going to make 2 more of those movies, but man, they are really dragging their feet. They haven't even started shooting them yet. Current rumor is they're going to be shooting the next 2 back-to-back, but who the hell knows. The Penguin spin-off TV show, which exists in that universe, comes out in a couple months. So let's take a look at the figure, which has been a long time coming. So, looking at the face here, it looks great. They got the look, they captured it nicely. The chin, the lips, the eyes, the shape of the cowl, the ears, it's all there. It looks just like Robert Pattinson from the film. Cloth soft goods cape with a bendy wire on both sides. He has sort of rubbery cloth soft goods outfit. I think the rubber armor is on top of the soft goods. You can kind of see underneath there. It looks very good. A ton of gear in his utility belt. The signature batarang in his chest here. Looks like we have double jointed elbows. They don't go in too far. Some of the armor is obstructing that. And I believe double jointed knees. Once again, not going that much further, but the cloth soft goods is holding it back. He's got orange trim on a couple parts of the suit, which I don't really remember being part of the film. It was very dark. As a whole, he looks good. I really am a fan of the head, the cowl, and the face. I think they did a good job there. A lot of detailing all over this figure, and a lot of really, really cool accessories. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt, which I think they did an excellent job on. Not only do I see Robert Pattinson, but I totally see the cowl from the film as well. So he has this bright orange trim above his boots, and a little bit on his biceps. I don't remember anything like this in the film. It's kind of interesting on the figure. I'm sure it's accurate, but I sure don't remember anything orange on his suit. And here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. And he comes with an absolute ton of accessories, but there's one thing that I wish he came with. That Riddler clue from the beginning of the film. That'd be a really nice touch. Now let's check out his accessories. Let's start off with the display stand. It comes in 2 separate pieces. When put together, it's going to look like this. Large circular base saying the Batman. Then with this post, which can rotate at the bottom, hinge at the bottom, hinged in the middle, hinge at the top, rotation at the top, and a clamp to hold your figure. And then of course we have this baggie, which you might think is a dumb accessory, but it's actually pretty useful to be able to separate your Mezco stuff. 112 Collective, presumably you could write down whatever you want on here. Ziploc bag. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 13 of them, 7 right hands and 6 left hands. Here's his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And then his second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Then his third pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands with trigger fingers. Here's his next pair of hands. These have the two index fingers extended. Here he is with some default hands. They would look good relaxed at his sides. Here's his next pair of hands. These have the batarangs permanently attached. And if you really wanted to, yeah, you could rip them out. And he has one alternate right hand. This one has electricity coming out of it. It's from that part in the opening when he choked that thug and sort of electrocuted him. I think it's a really cool feature. Now let's check out his heads. He has 4 of them. The first has a normal stoic expression. The second, a little bit angry expression. The third, a much angrier expression. And the fourth one is unmasked. And hell, honestly, all these heads have angry expressions. It's just different levels or degrees. Here he is with his first head. This one has the most normal default expression. Here's his second head. It doesn't exactly look angry, but he's frowning a little bit more than the first head. And here's his third head. This one has the angry expression, like he's about to beat somebody up. Here's his last head. This is the unmasked Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne head. He has the makeup around the eyes, like he just took the cowl off. I would have liked to have had another head without the makeup on the eyes, but I might have this one if nothing else. Then we have this bat cowl. It's empty. Looks like maybe it's on display, waiting for him to put it on. Here's Robert Pattinson Batman. He's in the Batcave, just took his cowl off. Now let's look at his sticky bomb launcher. In the film, he had this on his hip in a little sort of pouch, and I just assumed it was another grapple launcher. I don't think he ever actually used it. Small little gun, sticky bomb launcher. Now on the packaging here, it says you get a sticky bomb launcher and a sticky bomb cartridge, which is right next to the launcher. Now mine sure didn't come with this, and I messaged a couple other people that got this set, and they said theirs didn't either. So I guess it's an accessory they scrapped along the way. It looks very similar to this piece on the side of his belt here. That thing is permanently attached, so I don't know if they decided to do that instead of include it separately. But it looked like it was something that should fit into the front of the sticky bomb launcher. Here's Batman holding and getting ready to fire the sticky bomb launcher, and then holstering the sticky bomb launcher. I do wish his holster was removable, as he didn't have it on the entire film. Now let's check out his grapnel launcher. It's a small device that attaches to his wrist or gauntlet. We have 2 for his left hand and 3 for his right hand. This is the compressed version that will attach to his wrist, then extends out when he's about to use it. We also have these little silver bullets that will attach into the front of his grapnel launcher, and that's before it extends and shoots a line, and then we have an actual full line. Now the one that goes in his left hand doesn't have a hole in the front. The one in the right hand does have a hole in the front. Both of them do, and I'm not sure why we have 2 of them. Maybe one is intended for the bullet and one's intended for the actual line. Here's Batman with the compressed version of the grapnel launcher. It's attached to the gauntlet on his wrist. I would assume the film he had one on each hand. You can see it's very small, pegged in there. And he can extend those grapnel launchers out. He has 1 for the left hand and then 2 for the right hand. Here's that little silver bullet type thing in the front of the grapnel launcher. I believe this is the front of the grapple, and the line is still sort of wound inside. And then here's the grapnel launcher with the entire line attached. It has a bendy wire, and it's a really pretty cool feature. It's pretty long, you can do a lot of stuff with it. Then we have these small little 3 black dots. These are smoke pellets, and good luck at not losing these. This guy actually fell over one time, knocked 2 of these and the 2 silver bullets onto the carpeted floor. They were actually not that hard to find. Here he is holding and getting ready to throw that smoke pellet. Good luck not losing this thing. Here's batarangs. He has 4 of them. I believe this is the large batarang that will come off his chest. 2 sort of extended, and then 2 in batarang mode. I remember in the film he pulled it off and used it like a knife near the end. Here he is, holding the first batarang like a blade. Then holding the second version like an actual batarang. Next we have what is described as a UV light and a flare, but honestly they look like they're just 2 flares. One's extended, one's not. But the description sort of says they're 2 different items. Small, black, little yellow tip. Small, black, yellow tip, but white between. Here's Batman holding that flare, just like at the end of the movie, leading people to safety. He can also holster those 2 accessories onto the back of his utility belt. Then we have his handcuffs. I don't recall him using handcuffs in the film, but it's a logical accessory for a crime fighter to have. He's coming for you, Joker. And it's hard to do, but if you push the Joker's arms to capacity, you can take the hands off and slip the handcuffs on. Then we have his adrenaline pen. He comes with two of them, I guess because they're so small and you might lose them. He only used one in the film near the end. Here's Batman about to stab himself in the leg with the adrenaline pen. He does not have a hand that's very good to hold this with. And his last accessory is the wingsuit or flight suit. This looks kind of weird, reminds me of a flying squirrel. He uses this in the film to get off the GCPD rooftop, and I believe this is based off real modern world technology. Kind of looks like a body bag. It's got actual zippers on it with the orange. It actually functions, although I'm having a little trouble with that one. Can lower it. That one is really giving me some. There we go. So you can totally open up the suit, put your figure inside, zip back up. It looks just like the movie. I don't even know how to explain it. I just watched this part before doing this video. It looks spot on, although the orange is much more noticeable on the toy here. Still looks good. That looks exactly like it looked in the film. Here's Batman wearing the wingsuit. If you follow the instructions, take his hands off, unzip it, undo the Velcro at the bottom, it's really easy to put him in there. I always thought it looked kind of dumb in the movie, but it looks very accurate to what the movie showed. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at the figure and its accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing at about 6.4 inches tall, which can translate to just over 16 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the ears, about 6.6 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. You can look up and down about that much. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders, a ball joint goes out a good 90 degrees. The shoulder pads go up. It goes up about this far before you start to get to the extent of the fabrics. It's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows, but you really can't get it much further than a single jointed elbow because the two hard armor pieces pushing against each other. His wrist can rotate, and it's hinged. His torso, it's like you can move the top part a little bit. There's a small separation in the armor. And I feel like there is articulation under there, but the armor really prevents you from using any of it. His waist rotates the tiniest little bit, forward and back also. It's quite limited. His big, bulky, armored body. Legs go about this far. Cloth outstretched as far as it can go. Legs go forward. About that far, not very much. Pretty stiff feeling. Rotation of the thigh. Double jointed knees, once again, they only go back about that far. Boot can rotate. Ankle forward and back. Rotate. Tilt rock that littlest bit. So as a whole, it has all the articulation, but a lot of it is limited, especially in the torso. You really don't have a torso cut or anything like that. Here's a look at the Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne in the Batcave, getting ready to go out and patrol, putting on his makeup and costume. Here's an overview of Pattinson's Batcave. A closer look at Batman in front of the Batmobile, about to go out into the streets of Gotham. Here's Batman on a rooftop of Gotham, bat signal lit up behind him. Here's a look at Batman about to jump off the roof of GCPD headquarters, wearing his wingsuit. Here's Batman taking out a bunch of street thugs, just like at the beginning of the Batman movie. Even one of them recording him. Batman brutally takes down their leader and tells them, "I'm vengeance." As Batman continues to fight the thugs, one of them pulls out a gun. One of the other ones screams, "No way, don't!" Batman chokes that henchman, that thug, electricity coming off his gauntlet. Near the end of the movie, a bunch of Riddler henchmen or followers have sniper rifles, and they're firing on top of the roof. Batman drops down behind them, starts taking them all out. He makes quick work of the Riddler followers. Now let's check him out, next to some other action figures, starting off with some other The Batman figures. Here's the Mezco Robert Pattinson Batman, next to the SH Figure Arts version, which was a pretty nice figure, and the first of the import releases, although they seem to have gotten better and better. And here he is, next to the Mafex The Batman, which I think is a little bit better than the Figure Arts version. Then, next to the McFarlane DC Multiverse version. McFarlane has now made 3 different versions of the Pattinson Batman, one with the cloth cape from the movie Six Pack, one with the plastic cape, and then one unmasked. So here are the 4 different versions of the Batman that I have: McFarlane, Mezco, Mafex, and SH Figure Arts. I'm going to say Mezco's probably the best one. Mafex second, then Figure Arts, then McFarlane. I do really like the McFarlane the Batman figure, if that tells you how good all the rest of them are. Now, no other company besides McFarlane has done any of the characters from the Batman movie besides the Batman himself. McFarlane made Catwoman. I have 4 different versions. McFarlane made 3 of them, and then 1 is a custom unmasked version. McFarlane also made the Riddler figure. I got 6 of them because Riddler had a ton of followers that wore the exact same outfit. These also were really good for Riddler henchmen with a more traditional looking Riddler leading them. McFarlane also made the Penguin, which hit all the major players in the film. Of course, I would love a ton more characters, but they're a lot more obscure. Maybe we'll get something more from the Penguin with the upcoming TV show. They also released Drifter Bruce Wayne in his street clothes. Here's this Mezco Batman next to an Anton custom third-party cloth soft goods Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne. This figure is gorgeous, fantastic, top-notch quality, excellent, and goes great alongside the Mezco Batman. And here, next to the AC play Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne, this is another third-party 112 scale cloth soft goods figure, but this one sucks compared to the Anton custom. Now let's check them out. Next to some other Mezco Batman figures. Here are all the different Mezco movie Batman figures they've made. Michael Keaton Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, and Ben Affleck Batman. And then here's this Batman, next to several more various Mezco Batman figures. And here, with several more different Mezco Batman figures from their own trilogy. And here's Batman, with some different Mezco Batman villains, Mutant Leader, Black Mask, Joker, and Harley Quinn. And here, with even more Bat Rogues, Two-Face, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, and Deathstroke. And here, with several more various Mezco figures. And now, with the Mezco, Alien, Predator, and Pennywise. Now let's check them out. Next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix them with. Since he's a Mezco 112 collective figure, they're the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my larger, and I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and some SH Figure Arts action figures. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends, and some Mafex Batman figures. Here's this Batman, next to a paintbrush. And here he is, next to some Mattel and Mezco Batman figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct Batman figures. Next, with some Diamond Select and Jack specific wrestling figures. And finally, with some McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures. So overall, it is a very nice Robert Pattinson Batman figure. I really like the Mezco figures. They're always top-notch on the quality and attention to detail. The only real complaint I have about this guy is the articulation is a little bit stiff and limited because of the armor and cloth soft goods. Beyond that, sculpt and paint job are excellent. No issues there. Accessories are magnificent. Almost everything you could ever want would be included with the set. If I were to rate this figure, I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. Very nice piece of art by Mezco. Very happy to add to the collection. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys real soon.